What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of that boy, ETV. You already know, man, we are back on Marvel Rivals, and I just want to take out some time, man, to get something off my chest and just to see if the things that I'm feeling are felt across the community, man. So I'm just going to go and throw out a couple ideas here and just bear with me and see if where I'm going and see if you can follow along with me and see if I'm not crazy, right? So the first thing I want to talk about are, if you're one of these people, whether it's casual matchups or competitive, if you're loading into the game and you're insta-locking a DPS character, you better be top 3, if not the highest damage player in the game, on the team, at all times, man. Like, I can't tell you how many times, because I usually pick my character last just because it makes it easier for me. I play competitive and sometimes I'm playing solo. A lot of times I end up getting to play my girl Penny because, once again, people love DPS. So if a healer a lot of times I do get lucky and run into a healer, so I'm able to play Penny. I don't know how many times I come into the game, I get 2 or 3 insta-lock DPS, no matter who it is, whether it's Moon Knight, Scarlet Witch, Star-Lord, doesn't matter. Three people come in there, insta-lock DPS, and then at the end of the game, me as a tank has more damage than all of them. Sometimes my damage is the amount of 2 of them combined sometimes. Like, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, if you were going to come in the game and insta-lock DPS, I'm expecting you to be a DPS connoisseur, a DPS marksman, a DPS expert. You should be top damage no matter what, because obviously this is all you do. Your whole purpose is to put out damage. Okay? Also, y'all insta-lock DPS guys, learn how to dive their back lines. Some of you guys are DPSs are meant to actually go and kill the back line, kill their healers. You don't just got to sit there and worry about how many kills you're getting, okay? Damn. I don't understand how y'all be insta-lock and don't put up no dang damage. It's ridiculous. And this is going to lead into the next thing I want to say is how people who insta-lock, not only insta-locking, but insta-locking as a whole, not just DPS, but if you insta-lock because you can only play one character specifically or just one class specifically, we need versatility in your gameplay. Okay, you have to be versatile in this type of game because you're playing on teams, especially if you're solo queuing. The only time for real that you can't really be versatile is when you're in a team and you're specifically playing a role all the time, every time you play. Now, granted, yes, you can solo queue into competitive and just lock in who you want, but again, can we start with the notion that everyone should be versatile as a player? You should be able to have at least 3 mains. Okay, you need to have a main in each class. If you go and you look at your top 3 players and all your top players are all one class, something's wrong. Okay, get 1 tank main, 1 DPS main, and 1 healer main. Healer main, man. Come on. We need to be versatile out here. Stop being salty because someone picked your character and you just want to throw the game. Let's stop doing that. Let's stop not playing because we can't get our players. Let's stop ruining the experience for everyone else. Let's stop going through the game, waiting till it's over just to disconnect, just so you can waste everybody's time. Okay? Become more versatile and you won't have this problem. It's not hard learning another character. You got to in this type of game if you want to be any types of good. Now, the other thing is more of a little pet peeve, I guess, especially when you're losing, and not even just losing. If people come on the mic, because I don't know how many times I came on the mic. Matter of fact, there was one game of competitive. I came in, and we had 1 healer, right? When we came in, there was one guy that hadn't picked anybody yet. So I came on the mic. I'm like, hey, bro, can you get healer? We already have DPS. I'm tank, and we only have 1 healer, right? He comes in, he wants to be DPS all of a sudden, right? So we have 4 DPS, me, and a healer. So we're out there, we're losing, and I'm on here saying like, bro, you know, it'd be nice if one of our DPS switched to a healer, right? So we can, you know, have somebody healing. Well, this person feels like nobody switches, right? Nobody switches. So I say, F it, I'm going to switch. So I switch off Penny, right? I switch off the tank. I switch to Mantis to help this person heal. Why is it that that original person switches instantly to Penny, and now the team is balanced? This is what I mean by versatility. This is what I mean by throwing the game, because we were losing. But now that I switch because I see we have to, because nobody wanted to pick anything in the beginning, and you don't want to speak up on the mic and ask for. So now when I switch, now you switch over. This is what I mean by people switching mid-match, or people who just constantly switch. Like you have your healers, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's one healer. You're like, what the hell? And then the person that switched from a healer to DPS. Like, come on, bruh. Can we stop doing this? Can we, you know, coordinate here? This is the type of game we're playing. You need coordination. Let's stop ruining team comps because all of a sudden you don't get to play something you don't want, man. It's ruining people's experience. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is, this is actually more of a tip for people. When we're playing, especially in competitive, pay attention to how many teammates are dead and how many are respawning, because there's a regrouping issue in the game. The problem why a lot of teams end up losing is because once the players start dying, everyone just runs back to the point thinking, hey, I need to get back as soon as possible to help my team. But what you end up actually doing is running in as quickly as possible to your death, staggering the players. So one person goes in, dies, and the next one goes in, dies. So now you're respawning and staggering. Your players are staggering, and you're coming in one at a time and constantly getting into 1v6s, 2v6s. So can we please take out the time to pay attention to how many of our teammates are up and knowing when to regroup? This is something that even a casual player needs to understand, and that is just the regrouping aspect of the game upon respawning, depending on how many of your teammates are up at the time. So pay attention to everything around you. Keep eyes on detail, and you will be able to know when you should push and when you should fall back and regroup and wait for the rest of your team to get there. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is ego over winning. Okay? When it comes at the end of the day, we're all trying to win the game, especially in competitive. Nobody cares about your stat line at the end of the day unless you're losing and you're playing damage and you're out there not putting up no damage. Then when you lose, yes, now these numbers matter and your performance matters. At the end of the day, overall, yes, performance does matter, for real. But what I mean by your stats really don't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you get 2 kills, 3 kills. What matters is the stat of winning and losing. Okay? And a lot of times when you lose, you can tell why you lose by looking at the stats. And it's very simple to tell usually where you lose at. So remember, worry about winning, suck up your ego, and do what you got to do to help the team get the W, man. But let me know down in these comments, man. Do you say, hey, E, man, you're just in front of a mic yelling for no reason? Or you got some good ideas and onto some points? And also down in the comments, I would like to even hear some grievances or concerns or even just things that y'all have on y'all mind as well, man. So let me know down in them comments. But this has been one of them commentary videos, man. And I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at ThatBoyETV. Leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay in the back, and I guarantee you it's a good one. Catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Shut up, bitch. I doubled your damage.
I had 6,000.
You didn't double mine.
7,000.